Americana arm lock. How long ago did you learn that?
First day?
First day of jiu-jitsu. That sounds about right. You're going to learn it within the first week or first month for sure. Americana arm lock, very basic technique, but don't turn off the video just yet. This is something that I feel, if you learn it correctly, can be a very efficient technique. One of the ones that come to mind is Jon Jones against Vitor Belfort. And in that fight, Jon Jones was able to finish Vitor with Americana technique. And it's just super, super tight if you apply the move correctly. So I'm going to show you guys how I like to catch it right now. So Professor Mark's going to lie down, okay? And we're going to talk about some really important basic details, but also some stuff that I would consider advanced basics, okay? So we're here. I start off in side control. My knees are spread out. I got a wrap under his neck and a wrap under his shoulder, okay? Now from here, I have good control of my partner, and I want to start to isolate this arm. Now, I think people make a mistake here a lot of times by turning their base and starting to try to now peel this arm, okay? And the concept is this. If your arm is close to your body, it's very strong. If it's far from your body, it's isolated out there in the space, and it's very easy to manipulate. Think of it. Most of our Kimuras have the arm far away. Most of our Americanas arm far away. Straight arm lock, obviously far away. I need to get this far away. So if I'm here and Professor has two hands connected, just forget about it. You're not going to get it from here, okay, guys? So what I would recommend is go to side control, where most of the time your opponent will give you the option or the opening by having two separate hands. Now, once his hands are separate and one's framing my neck, I want to start to cup the shoulder and place this hand on the floor. And now I want to wedge my bicep into his armpit on my left side. So I start to squeeze this in, and I go deeper, forward and deeper. So what am I doing? I'm starting to bring this arm out into this area, and now I'm not giving him much option to connect his hands for defense, okay? Now, I don't switch my feet completely. Come up to your toes, but don't switch your base like this. If I go into a Kazagatame, I've completely rewound my progress. So my legs never actually change positions. They stay where they are. I'm here, wedge, push, wedge, spread from here. Now I use my shoulder to push a little bit, and I start to isolate this arm. Now, I want to start with a C grip, but I eventually want to work myself into a pressure down and then a monkey grip position here. So that means I'm not using my thumb, I'm cupping here. Why? Because if I'm like this and there's an opening, he's going to extend his arm and maybe escape the technique. If I wrap with all my hand or fingers, it's much harder for him to get his arm away, okay? Now, which elbow's heavy, which elbow's light? This elbow is very heavy, tucked into his neck. This elbow is very light. Light enough to slide something underneath it, like a piece of paper, okay? So I just take it off the ground a little, I roll the wrist a bit, I start to lower the arm, and I finish. So what are the two things that have to happen for the finish? I need to lower the arm down and lift only the elbow, not the hand. The hand stays pressuring down towards the mat, okay? Let's do it again. So here, he's got his frames, hands are separate. That's a gift already, okay? Starting from side control number 1, in our academy, we call this 100 kilo, shoulder cup. Now, think of his armpit right now as a lowercase V. There's like a little V right here, okay? I want to make it into an uppercase V. I start to open, 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 and isolate, okay? So one more time here. Lowercase V is in. Doesn't matter how much he squeezes this, that is always going to be there. And I can still work. 1, 2, 3. Spread out here. Use my shoulder. Pressure this down, elbow tight. Now here's another thing. If Professor's palm faces his head, I can raise his elbow pretty high up, and he's still okay not to tap there. But the moment I start to roll his wrist away, it starts to get tight right away, okay? So be very careful when you do this, because the move's gonna come on a lot quicker, but the idea is to turn it away, heavy elbow on the right, light elbow on the left, and finish the position, okay? So guys, this is pretty basic stuff, but if you isolate, your percentages are going to go through the roof on who you catch in this technique, or you're going to be able to catch other techniques. A lot of times the Americana is similar to a jab in boxing. Okay, you're not using it to knock your opponent out. You could get a really good shot and create damage with it, but sometimes it sets up other punches. For example, if I'm here and I want to get an arm bar on that side, I can start with the Americana. I can be here, shoot this hand up to the shoulder, isolate, isolate, go this way, start to expose. As he feels that happening, he pushes his arm out and around my shoulder. I lose it, but now I pick him up, spin, and catch the arm. Okay, so you're going to be able to set up other positions with this position, but let's get back to it for one more rep. So we're here, connect, shoulder, isolation. Use your chest like a bulldozer. Kind of pushes and lifts. Pushes, lifts. Wide base. Start to wedge this hand in. 1, 2. Always look away. If I look towards him and it's a street fight situation, maybe he reaches over, pokes me in my eyes. We don't want that. So keep your head away, turn, and finish. Okay, guys, so this is my favorite, I think, Americana approach. There are many of them, but this one's the most high percentage, and as I said, it leads into other attacks. We hope you guys enjoyed the video, and keep in mind, the basics are where it's at. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody.